When we hear the word frugal, we often imagine it as a word used to describe someone who lives in a tent and leans on trees, or someone who is perpetually pessimistic and devoid of joy. Yet, this is the farthest thing from the truth. You can live frugally and be content. Here are some easy suggestions to help you cut costs and lead a simple and frugal life. 10. Only spend when it is absolutely necessary. You need to be able to recognize the distinction between necessary and luxury expenses. This way, you can easily prioritize necessary expenses like rent, food, mortgage, cash advance payments, utilities, medication, and costs related to childcare. This is not to say that you can't still spend money on luxuries, but you should budget for them wisely and put your needs ahead of your wants. Just put the necessary things first and then worry about whether you can afford those luxury items later. Here's a simple, step-by-step process to help. First, make a note of the things you can reduce, eliminate, or replace. For instance, you can give up your gym membership in favor of going for runs outside or replacing less expensive supermarket brands with more affordable ones. You can get more control over your finances by making these sacrifices in your spending. Spending only when it's necessary would also entail making cuts in your spending, even when it might seem like a threat to your social life. Sometimes it's necessary to say no, and when you do, you need to consider maintaining your composure. You might be asked to go out to eat and have drinks with friends, but you can decline and then change your plans. Invite people over for a potluck meal so that you don't have to go out. Put pillows all around the floor, ask everyone to bring a dish, and have the best floor picnic ever. You don't have to give up your social life to be frugal. It only entails cutting back a little. 9. Have a plan for every single penny. Websites can be used to earn money and manage it well, but the one thing that financial experts excel at is using the websites they register for. Knowing only the greatest money-saving advice is not enough. You also need to know how to make the best financial decisions that will support sticking to your spending plan. It will take some time for you to adjust to having less money if you are new to budgeting in general, but here's the good news. You don't have to do it all by yourself. There are many resources and tools available to assist you. 8. Put a cap on your spending. When you're bored, depressed, or in the mood to celebrate, you might be more likely to overspend if you are an impulsive spender. So instead of buying something new when you're bored, try rearranging the furniture in your house or in your room, or trying a new activity with friends. The actual secret to helping you remain within budget, save more money, and stop living paycheck to paycheck may be setting a clear limit on your spending. You need to set up sensible spending limits to keep your expenditures in check. The Check City prepaid debit cards are an excellent way to set a spending limit so you can stick to your spending plan more easily. You can also use a cash envelope system to divide your expenses and your finances into manageable chunks. 7. Track your spending with your receipts. To make it easier to track your actual spending, keep your receipts. Keep all of your receipts in a well-organized file system designed just for them. Consider segmenting this filing method into months, years, or purchase kinds to further organize your receipts. Budgeting apps could also be helpful in tracking and managing all of your costs in one location. This is fantastic if you want to keep all your purchases online, but also want to monitor and manage your finances more effectively. Keeping meticulous records of your receipts might also help you earn a higher tax return when tax season comes around. 6. Bargain, compare, and bargain again. When you visit a vehicle lot, do you pay the sticker price for a car? Of course not. You bargain the price down as much as you can. Bargaining is not a bad thing. Nothing is not a bad thing. Nothing has to be purchased at its original cost, especially if you can find it for less elsewhere. Before making any purchase, get quotations from 2 or 3 businesses for major jobs such as home renovations and outside work to ensure that you get the best bargain possible. When you do this, it can lessen the impact of the larger purchases. You'll need to do some research for this, and to be sure you're receiving the greatest value, you can use online comparison shopping sites. The future of purchasing, from groceries to energy bills, is comparison shopping. So don't be afraid to bargain, compare, and bargain a little from time to time. 5. Get creative with used items. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. Used isn't synonymous with useless. The fact that an item has been used doesn't mean that it's useless. The things you'll create in an attempt to repurpose used objects will astound you. Make creative projects out of reusing old items rather than throwing them away. For example, you can use an old door to create a brand new headboard for your bed, a kitchen table, or even a sturdy workbench for your garage. Alternatively, you can cut up old clothing and use it as fabric for sewing projects or as cleaning rags rather than throwing it away. 4. Save up on furniture. A house needs to be well furnished to be more comfortable, but this can be expensive. The cost of new furniture is almost always astronomically high, but used furniture may be had for a fraction of the cost. Avoid buying new furniture all the time. Instead, try to find high-quality pieces for significantly lower costs. Try visiting the Facebook Marketplace, garage sales, yard sales, or any other thrift store for your furniture needs instead of spending your money at pricey home interior stores. Restoring worn-out furniture to new condition is another wonderful way to personalize anything and make it fit with the style and decor of your home. 3. Use your kitchen more often. Do you frequently eat dinner out, grab breakfast on the fly, or depend on delivery for lunch several days a week? You may find that adopting just one thrifty habit, cooking more meals at home, has a significant impact on your monthly savings, especially if eating out is presently one of your major monthly expenses. If you dine out less frequently, you'll save some extra bucks and have more control over the nutritional value of the food you prepare. Add some time to relax and cook in the evenings into your schedule and check recipes online for ideas. If you're thinking, this is a good tip, but I have a tight schedule, it can't work for me, we have an alternative. Meal planning on a tight budget. Meal planning on a tight budget is crucial to maintaining a healthy diet and saving time and money simultaneously. If your schedule is hectic, preparing your meals in advance and even freezing large quantities of food might help you make sure you have a filling meal on weeknights without having to fork over extra money for convenience. Plan your meals and shopping lists for the week so you'll only have to buy the bare minimum of supplies and dress them up in a variety of ways during the week. A basic, low-cost diet doesn't have to be boring. Keep things simple when you go grocery shopping by only purchasing your preferred fruits, veggies, proteins, and grains. Basic dietary groups like fruits, vegetables, proteins, and grains should all be included on your plate. For instance, if you buy potatoes, you can use them to make hash browns, mashed potatoes, home fries, baked potatoes, and much more. Get a large kitchen whiteboard with space for your shopping list and menus for the week. 2. Review your cell phone plan. You need to think twice, or if possible, thrice before making any financial decision, including choosing a cell phone plan. There are many different phone plans available, but the majority of them are very expensive and offer numerous features you don't actually require. So, you need to spend some time researching and comparing plans to discover novel ways to meet your requirements, and also spare your budget before committing to any cell phone plan. To avoid paying for more than you require in a phone plan, keep in mind what you actually need. For instance, since so many locations now have Wi-Fi, you might not need any data at all, or at least not limitless. However, it might significantly reduce the cost of your phone plan. Get a more affordable phone model to avoid lengthy, expensive payment plans and save hundreds of dollars. 1. You don't always have to replace. Try repairing sometimes. Before you replace something that breaks or ceases working, try to repair it. Objects like clothing, furniture, and even appliances can be used in this way. Repairing is not only more cost-effective than replacing, but it's also a fantastic method to cut down on waste. Since things that are repaired typically survive years longer than those that are replaced, you'll ultimately wind up saving money. You can gain much both now and in the future by learning to live frugally. Start incorporating these strategies for economical living into your life right away by applying them one at a time. But the journey doesn't end here. If you're ready to start improving your financial well-being, take action now. Check the first link in the description for our Frugal Living ebook. Our comprehensive guide covers everything you need to know about living a frugal and rewarding life, including creating a budget, identifying areas for cost-cutting, and finding affordable alternatives to everyday expenses. It's never too late to start making smart financial decisions.